Hi friends, well we just finished week 4 of my Leukemia Lymphoma Society Woman of the Year campaign. It is absolutely wild to think that we are headed into week 5, and at the end of this coming week, we will be at the halfway point of this sprint to make as big of an impact, raise as much money as we possibly can, and ultimately win Woman of the Year for Leukemia Lymphoma Society in Houston. Well, I said it last week, and I am so convinced that I'm going to be saying it every single week through the finish of this campaign, but I continue to be humbled, honored, and totally blown away by the remarkable people who continue to resonate with our mission to provide cures and comfort for people fighting blood cancer, our vision to end blood cancer, and our goal to ultimately win Leukemia Lymphoma Society Woman of the Year in Houston this year. So here's the deal. This cause is so personal. I wish I could say that Danielle is the only person in my life that I know that has or is facing the ugly fight of blood cancer, but there are actually more than I can even share. It is wild to me how many people, since I announced that I was running for Woman of the Year, have reached out to me and said, "You didn't know this, but I fought blood cancer as a kid," or "I lost my aunt to blood cancer." The stories go on. And so I am honored to get to share their stories with you. I'm excited to get to roll out what I'm calling Faces of the Fight, because these are the faces and these are the stories that are why we fight with everything we've got to end blood cancer. So the statistics are every 3 minutes, someone in the United States gets diagnosed with blood cancer. And there is roughly about 1.3 million people who are either currently fighting blood cancer or who are living in remission. So if you don't know someone who has been touched by this ugly fight against blood cancer, or you haven't experienced it yourself, it's sad to say, but you probably will be affected by it, or you just haven't heard that part of someone's story, or you haven't connected with them. And so my hope and prayer is that these stories will stir a passion in your heart to fiercely fight blood cancer with my team and I, and that you would give a donation in their honor and in the honor of people with stories like them. I want to use the gift of good health that I've been given to pour my resources into fighting for people like Danielle, people like one of my camp counselors from growing up, people like one of the members of my Arise breakfast, people like the aunts and uncles and children and family members of my donors. Y'all, these are the faces of this fight. So stay tuned for their stories. Be prepared to be touched, inspired, and totally humbled, and be prepared to give in their honor, because they and people like them need your help today.